is the Wall Street. This is the Wall Street Beat Show, Crypto and Crypto. And if you didn't know, now you know, bitches. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto, don't flip, yo. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto, don't flip, yo. Pause, I'm back. Nigga, Crypto and Crypto. We got these indicators, don't be a hater or a hoe. I gotta let you know, we're making Crypto and Crypto. Hit the like and subscribe, we're going on the run. I get excited when I buy crypto. I said I get excited when I buy crypto. You gotta keep your emotions. I said I get excited when I buy. It's time to settle the score. You don't want to trade crypto no more. If you don't understand that emotion will take you to another place, and now you'll chase the red candle, can't stand you. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto, don't flip, yo. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really.
Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. Want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. How is everybody doing this morning? Saturday morning, ladies and gentlemen. Big video. We usually don't go over the top 10, top 15, top list of anything, unless we are in a deep drop doo-doo. Or hey, the bulls are back in town, and ladies and gentlemen, the way the market, the way the macro and everything is flipping, we're looking like we're setting up for a recipe for 2024, so I want everyone to know, not financial advice, gentlemen, twice as nice, hit that bell, all notification. We do have things going very well here, so I do appreciate everyone's support. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, follow us if you have yet to do so. But Polygon makes number one. This is my number one asset. We have a few we're going to talk about under $1. Mr. Sellner, happy to see you in the super chat. Thank you so much for the comment. Starbucks, we already know, right? Many of us have been following Wall Street Pete for about almost 3 years. Is it now? Has it been that long? So we have a lot of partners. The price under $1 seems to be very unforgiving here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a crypto asset that is going to strive in the next crypto bull run. What it is, you may want to know, may want to talk about, but we're going to talk about the partnerships. Really, that's the most important thing right now. We're going to go over a list of assets, talk about them on the charts, talk about a little bit about them if possible, and we'll continue to move it fast forward on a Saturday morning for you. Perhaps we'll talk about Bitcoin as well as what it's been doing, turning some heads. So a major highlight here, we have DraftKings. Everyone knows what happens with DraftKings, drafting football teams and players. Coca-Cola, these are all partnerships just for Polygon Matic, so please understand what we're talking about. National Football League, Liverpool, Adobe's, Walt Disney. So just to name a few, I believe also MasterCard, we have Meta, we have Nothing, not being funny, that is exactly what the company name is, Stripe, Adidas, Mercedes-Benz, and so on. So Polygon Matic, as we can get into some of this on the list here, I want to do it immediately. Polygon Matic right now is trading, as you can see, currently 55.5 cents approximately. And you can see there's a band here. We have the exponential moving average, EMA. Talking about that. Why? Because there are some things here when it gets super tight. We could perhaps break out. And there is a pattern here that I've been waiting for this to break out for a while now. These are the levels I'll be waiting for. And we have 76 cents is a big old support flipping to resistance. So we will not consider Polygon Matic into a serious, I guess, trend flip. That's what we would say, right? We're not confirming that until we see a daily candle finish above this price. We'll have to say we're pretty far from there right now. So anybody getting excited, anybody absolutely souped, I get it. Pretty excited myself. Please hit the like and subscribe as we bring this information to you. But as you can see here, we do have some strides to make and some things to do here. So we have some resistance levels, some support flipping for Polygon Matic, but it does make one of my immediate crypto assets this morning that I wanted to talk about. So coming into the next bull run, we have another one under $1, and boom, there it is. Boom shakalaka. I feel like that was a great saying there back in the day. We have to break above this price, 55 cents. It's a pretty important price. It's XRP Ripple, and winning the case It's pretty exciting to hear about that. Not only did they win their case and get everything dismissed, but now we have one of the biggest things called Roblox. Now, a lot of you older heads like me were probably saying, well, what the hell is that? Well, Roblox is one of the most popular gaming platforms that they have out now. These kids are playing all over, spending parents' money, their hard-earned money. And I'll tell you right now, if XRP is now going to be considered a payment method through here, well, I think they're going to change this a little bit going into the Roblox system. So, and the XRP price, of course, let's not be silly. So, talking about these things and everything happening, there will be a supply shock. There will be a demand for XRP, and this will obviously change in the price. As you can see, we have a huge gap here, and where we're fighting, that would be about 81.5 cents. So this does make one of my number 2 top assets on my list. I'm trying to keep the ones on top, not in particular order, but I do want to talk about them first for a particular reason. They are exciting, and I do see exponential growth coming in the further time. So, all right, we have 2, and number 3, we do have Cardano. Not a surprise to many people. Please hit the like and subscribe if you've yet to do so. Cardano is one of those, and I do expect some volatility. Of course, as you can see, we're getting a double bottom here. Support retesting as we've done before. Right now, 25.5 cents. We must break above, and you can see these are the charts showing you that we have support resistance flipping. And what I like from Cardano is looking at the 28 cents. I do want to break above there, see if we can get all the way to 32. Now it's going to take time. When are we going to be confirmed of flipping? Well, like I said, there's going to be specific prices, and particularly for me, it's going to have to be 37 cents. So once I see Cardano, as it makes my top 3 under $1 here. This is a pretty particular asset I'm excited for, waiting for. It's going to take time. A lot of people left Cardano, got tired of the boring price action, but it's okay. A lot of the crypto space did that. So good morning to you, Girl Zim. Nice to have you in the super chat. I appreciate the comment. Thank you for being a part of the show. So just going over a few assets, nothing crazy particular this morning. As you can see, Bitcoin is hovering right under the 30,000. Talking about many things, right? Trending XRP is in the top 3, so that's why we talked about that immediately. 1.13 trillion market cap, and following along with some of the crypto assets in here, I'm pretty excited to talk about. So don't usually talk about Dogecoin. I do see that in there. But with one of my next crypto assets, we do have Jasmy. And a lot of people do enjoy this asset. I think Algo, and let's see where, I gotta bring my super chat up a little more. What's your opinion? I think Algo is dead. Now that's pretty funny because that's what a lot of people are thinking about many of the crypto assets. If you do understand with Mr. Sellner, with what is a great conversation here. You see the double top pattern here. This is for Jasmy. It's a big mess. I will clear it up eventually, but you can see what's happening. We need a confirmation flip, and until we get that confirmation flip, we talked about trying to hit this price of 0.0052. But really, we just have to start here. Jasmy has to get above here, and once we do flip there will be a confirmation. What is happening is why I say that. Wish I can get rid of some of this drawing. If you could see here, this is the tip. This is the tip of the pattern here. We have a big symmetrical triangle pattern here. You can see the yellow downspout. And once we get above and start breaking above that tip of the slide there, so to speak, that's the peak there, the star. Once we get above there, that could be what you're representing, a cup and handle, which starts the bullish formation of a flip. So we're kind of looking for that. Like I said, we'll do a quick Bitcoin understanding here of what's going on. You can see we're in a good spot here. Oscillator. I love this indicator so much, stochastic. And you can see what happened last time when we hit the peak here of this yellow top. So resistance here, I want to get rid of it. It looks messy. But what we're showing here is resistance. This is Bitcoin. Each candle represents one day. You can see the peak of the star. And once we start breaking above that price, as I have circled here, 31,500 for Bitcoin, that's when the rest of everything in this space is going to go bananas. Now, what I think is going to happen first was pretty ballsy for what I predicted. In the last video, I said that I believe we do top out at this price, 31,500. Get major resistance either here at 30,300 or at that peak up here. What's going to happen? We're showing you, and we're getting a pullback all the way down to either the 29.2 or the 28.5, and then that's when the next leg up will occur. Talking about 40,000, 37.7, all the way to 40,000. I expect this to happen in the three quarter. Now, I do have Algo still in my mind, so please, Mr. Sellner, don't think I forgot about you. I am still thinking about that. Jasmy has a lot of way to go, though. Jasmy, as we know it, we have a special price for that, and really, I'll be honest with you, when I get super excited, and I hate that comment, well, I'll be be honest with you. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for this break here where we started falling on the double top formation, where we really got bearish. This right here was a fake one, and I'll tell you, we really have to get above this price, 0.0077. That is very important. So we will see what happens, but we do know where we've been in the price, and we'll talk about October of 2021. We were talking about getting out at like 20 cents, 24 cents. I remember this, and well, this is where we come from. This is why crypto has been the center of attention here. If you could see 24 cents, 25 cents, imagine the exponential gains you could make here. Well, how much would that be with the price being of where it is now, Mr. Wall Street Pete? Let's say where we were to get excited, where the bull run would start to continue. You're talking about how much percentage on your gains. We're talking about 3,147%. You don't get this anywhere else in any market, anywhere. These things don't happen. So getting to Algo, I hate to tell you, but you busted my damn news. Algorand was one of them. So wanted to talk about XLM as well, but don't have enough time. But XLM is up there as well. We do have some. These are more of a risk asset. Why? Because XRP is taken away in all of the things that I felt like XLM and Algorand was going to do and be. They were all going to help and somehow support what the XRP kind of does today. But this is what I think is going to happen here. We will get a pop-up here to the side, but I don't know if it's really going to stay. It's staying alive, right? That's what you said. You thought it was dead, Algorand. So here we are talking about it. There is such a new lower low being created. I said a head down here would possibly be created. We could get a supply shock because the price is so low. People would start buying up. You can see what's happening right here. My exponential moving average is getting tight. Get rid of the ribbon, get rid of that because we're tired of seeing it, but the price is creating new lower low, hopefully building support right here at the 0.09 cents. And what we want to find, 100%, if this does not happen, Mr. Sumner, we never see this price again, we know it's dead. That's actually a really good confirmation. So not financial advice, so gentlemen, twice as nice, but if you don't break above the 16 area of a cent, well, guess what? Algorand is considered dead. They found out that, hey, XRP is most likely taken over. So things like that happen. I do like it, though, but it's one of my riskier assets. But one of my most fantastic ones under $1 that gets me excited here is called Biconomy. Now, why am I excited about Biconomy? Well, Biconomy is Ethereum project layer. It's basically built off the Ethereum project. I love Ethereum. Of course, a lot of people do know what Ethereum can do, and that's basically just about everything possible. In the crypto space, it's like the legs, the arms for Bitcoin, right? We do the walking, we do the talking, we do the hand signals. That is what Ethereum is considered to me, if you really want to take an analogy forward. But if you can see here what's happening for Biconomy, I do have the 21 cents breaking down. We are now at just under 21 cents, but Biconomy is the Web3. Web3 is going to play a huge factor with AI, everything going into the crypto future. Now, this is going to be a longer video. I'm trying to do this quickly and speak fast, so I hope that is not annoying anyone, but this is what may happen. And you can see here, we're looking to break out. Let's get a couple indicators. Do we have the volatility in here? Of course, but it's going straight down. A lot of people get out of these moments, and these are where millionaires, and this is where big ballers are born sometimes. I'm looking for the RSI. Help me. Here it is. All right, so RSI, pretty low. Looking like we're pretty oversold here. This is looking pretty good. Now, do we have a little more time to fall? Yes. If I were to pull this chart out, I love this chart very much. We'll do two of them. This is my oscillator. This is for the daily. And if you can see my last few times, we went lower. So the average of these falls here, we're looking for a little bit more of a dip. Now, Biconomy, if that happens, we're going to create a new more lower low, which is not cool, but that's what I see here on the charts. And then if we dip back to see that, I love saying dip because when I dip, you dip, we dip, right? I always say that. We're looking to get oversold again. Once that level happens, let's see what happened somewhere around here. You can see November. You could also see the last time that happened. Well, June 17th here. And we're looking at May 7th. So let's get to the charts. And if we go to June 17th, what happened June 17th, June 17th, June 17th? And I'm just trying to give you an understanding of what usually can occur. These signals can help us. June, July, I don't even know what hell it is. There it is. We got a nice pump here. And it was telling us that. And that's why I said, let's get to these two times. And wow, they're circled pretty much almost. June 17th, June 15th, what did we do? Biconomy got a nice spike to the upside. What happened? Well, this is what happened. And I'm going to tell you in a second. We got almost a 50% move, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to explain to you these are times where we're bearish. So imagine what we could possibly do when the market is flipping in the upward direction and finally seeing the bulls fight and destroy the bears. This is what I'm talking about. This is some of the moments where we may get a little bit of that oversold moment, which we're still looking for, but it's very close here on this oscillator. And then that's where we say, okay, well, let's see what happened here. And then we say, okay, well, this kind of correlates June 17th. I see it. We're very oversold even for the RSI. This is what we're looking at here. We still have room to fall here for that. So both are matching, not in the same spot, but two big indicators I like to pay attention to, and I do see that this is like a descending triangle pattern. What is that? Well, if you pay attention to a descending triangle pattern, which is pretty much what this is, from here to here, this is textbook descending, right in here. Why? Because these prices are not bouncing any higher. They're not going any lower. We're not creating any new higher lows, nothing like that. This is a descending. What will happen is we'll get this dip down, finally resulting in a supply shock, hopefully jumping to the upside. So I got one hand in my pocket, and I got the other one smoking a cigarette. I like that song. I got one hand in my pocket, and the other one's giving a peace sign. Right? Isn't that something like that? We know Atlantis. So here we are talking about certain things. By economy, Engine makes the list, and nice to have you, Alex. It's probably been forever since we had a gentleman of your sense of humor on the show. Wait a minute, there is no one with your sense of humor in the planet of where we live, I feel. Where we are. So here we are looking at this. What a mess. So for confirmation for me, Engine Coin, this was the first Japanese crypto asset talking about gaming token, right? We were talking about the Japanese who created Mario, Fantasy, things like that, Final Fantasy, the games. And I was pretty excited to talk about it. But if you can see right now, we're just creating new lower lows. This is not a healthy situation. Not one of my favorites, but it is one of them that I would take a perhaps risk on. And I'm trying to explain to you, watch, this is a huge mess. But you can see this diamond falling in here. What we're looking at, perhaps it's like an ABC correction here. Pay attention to it. But looking at all the indicators, we still have room to fall. That's very dangerous. This oscillator I trust very much. Could we get a bounce off this area? Yes, but we're not particularly oversold like I like to be, particularly as we were down here. So RSI and this here, I'm not a big fan, but I do like Engine Token. I just wish that the bull market was back because, like I said, some of these assets could really come back. This is a scary one, though. You can see we're building some type of support, still creating new lower lows. Okay, getting into some of the crypto assets that are not under $1 now, though. Some of the ones that I love, some of the ones I believe in, and we're not there. Finally, I don't know, I don't think I'd ever say this, but Solana, your mama. And I know Mr. Sellner was waiting for me to say that. But this is something else here. Solana, if you pay attention, we're creating new lower highs, higher lows every time, excuse me. Every time that we get a new lower price, we're getting a dip up. We're getting a recorrection coming down, and we are somehow creating a new higher low, which is a beautiful thing. That somehow, if that keeps working out to be in our benefit, well, then this is something we want to pay attention to. So once again, if we do dip down anywhere between to the $20 this time, we are still creating that process. So not a bad thing. It's a very good thing. It's bullish, and you can see how we are going in the upward spot here. I'm expecting major resistance anywhere between the $32 and the $35, $36 range. Now, we could break a lot higher, but that's fine with me. I do like where we're at right now. I do like where the oscillators are showing. This is my oscillator. This is one of my favorite things in the world. And we do have time to get a little more oversold. So that's fine with me, telling me that, hey, it could either continue to hit resistance here or eventually it's just going to get a minor correction. Minor, because what's going to happen is the next leg up will occur and you're going to probably make all the way to 35. We'll see what happens. We'll be paying close attention. But you can see where it happened here before the support came, before we fell to hell. This is kind of what we're looking at. This is how we flip. This is how, if you go on a different weekly chart or anything for that matter, you'll find this cup and handle. The cup and handle is what is the bullish momentum starting in, coming into a price action, resulting in a correction, which is very minor, creating a handle, and then you get your next leg up, which is this, again, another cup and handle up, another upward W. And then this is sort of what happens because now we're counting how many times we're testing resistance that we flipped from support. Does it make any sense? I'm just kidding. So pretending we're running out of breath here, being silly. So we have a few more here. We have trying to go as quickly as I can. And you know what? This is amazing because one of my predictions are coming true. What did I do a few months back? Well, I talked about Chainlink. And now I continue to talk about Chainlink because I love the project. I believe in the project, the utility, and many things beyond it are fabulous. The community is strong. The test on here tells me that when we do break above this $8.17, we're going to shoot our load and come so hard that we're going to to hit the fucking ceiling to about 18. How'd that sound, guys? Was that very entertaining? So pay attention to what's happening. We do have resistance levels here coming in, but I do believe that $18.30 for Chainlink is really going to result in wows. And that's where we'll see some selling pressure, and hopefully we can make it all the way to the 24.50 before we shoot our load completely. But right now, as I suggested, probably from this video here in June, I said I expect high volatile waves up and down in this area coming through, getting prices in this area, back and forth buying, and could be dollar cost averaging if you'd like to. On the weekly, we though are overbought a little bit. So this is the exact opposite situation I'd like to be at. If I paid to the closer term, shorter time frame, I see that we are actually the opposite again. This is why the daily is looking better, because each day I see we are looking pretty strong and we could break that price. Once we break above that price, ladies and gentlemen, we have a huge gap here set up to break above at least to $12. So that is my goal. That is my particular strategy and what I think I'm going to do here. $12 looks pretty good, guys. It's not a big jump if you are in Chainlink, but if you have enough of it, you're going to find yourself making some gains. We're talking about a 50% gain. I don't know where you're making 50% on your money currently right now, but if you are a greedy bastard like I can be, then dollar cost average out and just get out a little bit. Don't get rid of all of it, because what could happen is the cup and handle may form on the daily, as I was trying to explain to you, because we're so oversold here. And this is where I think we may actually finish our cup and handle. So watch what's going on. Yes, 50% pullbacks somewhere along the way. What would happen? Well, it'd be probably 412. That would be a terrible fall, but look at this cup and handle and watch what happens. This is what we're talking about. So not financial advice, just a gentleman twice as nice. You do have resistance levels coming in the order of this trend, but hey, this is where we could possibly go. These are the possible areas. I'm excited for these opportunities for the next bull run. It's just going to take some time. We see the Bitcoin dominance rising, so I don't know what else to tell you there. Looking at some other ones, we didn't talk about Crow. I am a big fan of Crow. Yes, it's on the bull. It's on the side. It's on the side of the building for the Stadium of Los Angeles. So we got the Lakers, we got the Clippers, and they're just chilling on the side of the building saying, hey, Crypto.com, hey, we are a big platform. We're a big competitor. We're not going anywhere. So right now, even though it looks like at 5 cents, this is the worst project, this is the worst thing in the world, you've lost all your money, well, I'd have to say we have a lot of problems here. So we could see where we went almost all the way to $1. We're pretty excited at that point in time in November. We remember these times. But you have to understand that this is a problem. The movie Crow is probably one of the best movies ever made. I'm not a big movie guy. I'm really not. So if I'm saying that, that means something. Man, they could have done better, right? We could criticize everything, but there's no movies out there like that today. How many movies do you see like that? That movie was amazing, Alex. The movie was fucking awesome. The Crow, oh my God, with Mr. Lee. That shit was, I wish that gentleman was here. Heath Ledger, I wish he was here. I mean, some great actors, some great movies that we probably got shysted. Litecoin. Another one. I'm invested in Litecoin. I can say I'm invested in this. Looking at this trend right now, it couldn't be a better time to buy Litecoin. Well, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. But I do know that technical analysis tells me that we are testing this bottom a few times, one too many. And what's happening? You are forming a double bottom. And what's going to happen is we are going to develop some type of supply shock, some type of volume hit here. I even got exponential moving average getting tight in here, my EMA, telling me that some sort of a breakout's going to occur. If I went to the Bollinger Bands, they would confirm that for me. Do I have Bollinger Bands up here? Yep, but TradingView, and I'm a cheap F. I can't be allowed to use all these indicators at once. Oh my gosh. And I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. It's kind of annoying. Here we go. Coming in, as you can see, the Bollinger Bands. You're my financial advisor. Kiss my ass, Seabass. So now what concerns me here is that we do have a neckline. So I pay attention to this neckline. This is what concerns me. I mean, even though the sentiment is up and the macro is up, right here, this neckline, usually I like to say, so maybe I'm right here, but usually this neckline, when these Bollinger Bands are getting tight, if the neckline is pointing down, the price is going to result down. So I don't know if we're getting one last bit down here to test support at 57, and we're going to scare people before and then the blast off. But either way, there could be opportunities to dollar cost average into Litecoin. Now, Litecoin is the silver of gold here. So if anybody wonders why am I excited about Litecoin, it's your silver. It's Bitcoin's your gold, right? Digital. It's your digital silver. Ethereum is your everything. It's your money. It's your cash. And why is cash going to be gone? Well, Ladies and gentlemen, people want to know what the fuck you're doing with the money. I'm sorry for my French, but they want to know. What are you doing with their dollar bills? The government can't keep track if you're buying weed, crack, if you're just liquoring up, or if you're just spending money on a nice property. They want to know what you're doing with your money. We want to stay decentralized, and we don't want them to know. We want our money to be private. It's none of your effing business what I do with my money, right? You already know enough shit what we do with the phones, telling me that you have cameras in my phone, and you can peek through it whenever you want, and all these things, right? Don't they have enough of our privacy? But not going off this rant. We're getting a double bottom pattern here. It's usually a bullish pattern. I look at my oscillators. I look at some of the things. My favorite, we know, stochastic ATR volatility. Why is it not working? Because what else is new? EMA's up, excuse me. That's why. So get rid of that. Just not going too far off a rant because Alex will get me going. Here we are. So volatility oscillator looking like another fall. So there it is. That's where I see the fall. So actually both of these falls. So the TA is amazing. I don't care what anybody says. TA is amazing because we're going to get resistance probably on here, get another dip. And when I dip, you dip, we dip. We're going to dollar cost average into about that price. I said 59 area, bounce back up, and that's where I see where we'll be oversold. So it does make sense. I do like Litecoin. I will accumulate it. One of my riskier assets, we love talking about some riskier assets. Well, this thing finally went under $2. I couldn't believe it happened. Creating new lower lows is ApeCoin, and the Ape Yacht Club could be dead. You want to speak about a possible dead asset? This could be dead. Now, have we analyzed it enough yet? No, my favorite right now is the daily because I want to watch what each thing is doing for the days. Because why? Because the market is going crazy the last few days. Well, since the last few days or weeks that's been going on, we're actually establishing support at $1.04. So since I see that happening, I'll pay attention to that $1.10 area to be more precise. You can see that happening. So I'm going to pay attention to that. I'm going to leave that there. I want to see what is happening because we do have a nice little gap. You could make a couple bucks off this if it's possible. But once again, as I've been doing with my TA, we're not going to find any of this stuff considerably serious until we get to the circled areas confirmation. This is where we need to go for perhaps the support resistance flipping. For what? A trend flip. It's bullish right now. I mean, it's bearish right now still. So we want it to get bullish. We got to break above the $4. That's the only confirmation I have currently right now. When the trend is flipping, we will be about $4. That's when I can say, oh, it's exciting time. We're going to be in this range. We're going to talk about it if you want. Another few. AGIX. This is the AI of crypto. We have a few different ones here, and I want you to understand, not all of them are going to succeed. I'm not going to be correct about every one of them. If I am, then shit, we're going to explode in this channel. But I'll tell you right now, some of them are risks. These are one of the ones I think that is particularly an excellent, excellent project. I don't feel too risky in this area. What are we looking at? Well, we're looking at AGIX right now. It's a great crypto asset. And I'm looking at major support coming in before the last time in 2023, January, before this thing popped the hell off in the beginning of this year. It is now doing boring sideways action where no one's paying attention and nobody particularly cares about this project. I get it, but I'm watching it. And I'm paying attention to it right now, and it's under $1. And I do remember that this asset was driving strong, and you can see where we came out before we fell in this ascending channel here. We did get a big dip coming in. There was some bad news. I actually remember that, some FUD. But here now, we're doing nothing but boring sideways action. This is something, a recipe for perhaps a lower low if it breaks it. But I'll tell you right now, I'm a big fan of the project. This may be a long video for you, but this may be a very good video that may actually open some of your eyes because we don't talk much about this stuff. So if you're enjoying the videos, if you're enjoying this long video on a Saturday morning that I could be doing something differently, thank you very much and hit that like button. I appreciate it. We do have a $100 raffle going off. Some people suggested we break it down into $50 each. Another gentleman told me, oh, wow, I'm in another country. I don't have Cash App. Well, we'll just have to do a PayPal. We're not going to exclude anybody out. The first month, November, for the $100, though, as we get off AGIX and probably go into Hello, because Hello is the next project I want to talk about. Hello. Double top, kind of scary, so pay attention to what's going on here. We're going to get into that in a second. This is one of the greatest shows that are coming to TV, coming in probably, I wanted to say the fall. The fall's here. I'm guessing it's going to be in winter. But getting back to what I was saying, $100. If you have been a subscriber for a year, and I know who's been a subscriber, this month coming up, November, you're going to have an opportunity to win. If you're one of those new subscribers, they just subscribe because, oh, I want to participate in $100. Well, guess what? we're going to give you an opportunity to win money as well, but that's not going to happen until the December raffle. Everyone in that point in time is going to be off. Maybe we do a second one in November. Depends how the participation goes. Depends how the everyone comes in, hits the like button. We'll see what happens. We'll see where we are. If we get 2,000 subscribers in the next month, well, then we'll do more. We'll have fun. We'll do more. Fuck it. I'll be the Mr. Beast of crypto if I have to. Now, that's some talking some shit there because you damn well know Mr. Beast is a beast. So let's get into this right now. Currently, right now, I'm looking at Hello. Hello is finding some major support. We're looking at the daily chart. Hello is going to be a show based off the Shark Tank. So if you were wondering what this is, there's utility behind it, something excellent. We have the altcoin brothers, Aaron and his brother, Austin. They are judges on the show. I believe even Wendy O may be on it. I'm not a fan of her. I don't know why. Maybe I just have to have a conversation with her one day and maybe I'll feel better about it. But has nothing to do with being a female. It's just I'm annoyed listening to some of the stuff she says, and I feel like she's ignorant sometimes. Maybe I'm just being a stupid hater and don't realize it. Give people the benefit of the doubt. So I don't know her enough to really have an opinion. But I am looking at this right here. And we had a nice ascending channel that we were developing for Hello. Now, what's happening is I do believe that this thing is going to explode when it comes out on the show. The show is going to be pretty cool. I think that this is going to be an explosion waiting to happen. Now, right here on the oscillator for the daily, though, I do see some fall action coming, but we have had major bounces off this in the past. So this could be happening, but this is a newer project. So if you see what's going on, you can get it on MEX. I'm not really sure what other places it's on, but I think this was its launch date. So it launched early this year. Probably makes sense to let it go out for a year. The top of the price here, you could see, was in the 77 cents range, so almost 8 cents. I believe this is going to be in the $10 range, but it's going to have crypto explode. It's going to have a lot more talk. Flocky is another one. This will be a big risk asset right now. It's a very, very big risk asset. We're going over a lot of them. It's not particularly one of my favorite, but if I were to invest into this particular asset, I would throw a couple $100 if I had it. And I was already invested into other crypto assets that I loved in the projects. And I felt that, hey, my bags are stacked. I want to now take a risk asset. This would probably one of my most riskiest ones. There's a couple. Pepe, you can see it up here on the screen. But I do like this one a little bit. Flocky. They're actually just breaking news, and I don't know if it's how breaking it is, but there is actually Flocky Inu. They're talking about there being a utility behind it. So call it as risky as you want. Now that with this news coming out, this may actually be de-risking. So we'll find out, do maybe some homework on it. But I do know recently they are finding a utility for this particular asset with, I don't know if it has to do with Dogecoin or what, but that's pretty exciting. So see what's going on. If we do get to this price, this would be a confirmation flip, just like the rest of the assets. I would then take this serious. Obviously, a lot of zeros, a lot of things. Excuse me for hitting the mic. But that's, one of your riskier assets. You can see how low we were. You can see the percentages gained. I mean, this is why people get into this, because if you did get in, if you did just get in September, my friends, and you are talking about this particular price coming and you want a dollar cost average out and you like my TA that much, and these are my strategies only, well, there it is. You're talking about almost 120% gain on your money. So these are some of the things I like. And we're talking about Arbitrum. That's another one I like. Arbitrum right now, $59 million richer. So pretty excited to hear about these things. These are some of the projects that I know was trading over $1 and absolutely should be trading at least at $1. So one of the projects, maybe less riskier. This is probably one of them right here. The top projects, as I say, not financial advice, but hey, we know this is a pretty big deal, and I've yet to see a big price action for that. So I don't know if we even spoke about Arbitrum. Did we get that out yet? If we didn't, I apologize. I thought we did. Yes, we might have. We might have, right? But Arbitrum, if we did not, and I don't think we did, there is a double bottom pattern here coming. I'm a big fan of this. This is another one particular. All the charts are different. Nothing follows one after another. They're not all the same. They all have different coatings, and they all have different signs that are happening. And I'll tell you right now, the chances of this being a nice play here is pretty good. Could we go a little lower? Yeah, we could. I see my oscillator out here. It looks like it could go a little more, but I'll tell you right now, it seems like we hit this area where we've done it time and time and time. And what is this? This is the trend I'm looking at. I'm looking at trends. What are the trends? Well, it says trend May 2023. We hit a down spout here where we bounced hard. Same thing again. Now, I'm not counting this one in August because why? There's no trend on the same level. Use your eyes, use TA. It's all here for you. So this is some of the things I do. I'm giving you some of my tips. Pay attention to this double bottom here. This could be resulting in a supply shock. We could be receiving some volume on Arbitrum, and I could see that $59 million being poured back into it, and that's where you may see a price increase. So pay attention to what is going on. We have Polkadot at $3. I never thought I'd see that price. Polkadot. That is also the same as Cardano. One of the assets that split up got into a fight with Ethereum, and some of the creators went on their own. So remember, some of these stupid thoughts alone could be worth investing in. I know it's pretty low. Polkadot was trading pretty high in the, 50 range, even higher maybe. But Avalanche, another one. I'm not going to go over the charts on the rest of them. We're going to go quick. We're going to go. This was a long video, and I apologize. But we're giving you some good information. I wanted to do a little bit of XLM. I have a buddy of mine. I just read a message. He's asking about it. XLM, another one, 54 cents, I remember, pretty strong. We're now trading at 10, 11 cents. It's not looking too good, but it did have a strong community, and it still might. So Avalanche, I like Avalanche. We're still looking at some of these Uniswap, talking about that KYC. I can't believe it, but Uniswap, if you did not hear the news, if you did not follow us, we were one of the first people to break the news. KYC, know your customer. They want to know your business. They want to know what you're doing, how much you're trading, what's going on. That's none of your fucking business, damn it. That's why I don't want you to have it. That's what the whole point of decentralization is for. Ethereum Classic. Well, that's another one. I have two more after this, and then we're going to go. Ethereum Classic. I like this coin. I like this asset. It's the silver of Ethereum. So we'll see if this one perhaps is a good one. I prefer long videos of the East Coast ramblings. Hedera is a nice one. I don't know how far we'll get into Hedera as far as growth, but I do like ICP and Filecoin. These were the two I was staring at as we're sitting here. Internet Computer ICP. Some millionaires were made off that, particularly I know a couple. So that's a project that could come back. It's a pretty strong project. I believe that one may come back. I'm not sure. People are telling me this is a big Asian coin. I'm not even sure about that. Filecoin. I did some homework on it. We got Aptos here, and we got Crow chilling. Maker. Maker was something else. Maker was killing it. Speaking of Maker, Aptos, VeChain, it's a lot more hype than anything else, but we got Aptos out here taking a big smack. I remember when that came out on Coinbase. So we got some assets here, guys. A lot of different assets. You have to be careful, right? Do your research. Does it have a utility? What is behind it? Does it make sense? Like, come on, XRP is now allowing payments for Roblox. Did you hear about that? Are you sure about that? Why would you not want to invest? Why would you not? There are so many other things behind this. This is just the topping, what do they call that? The cherry on the topping of the ice cream. Come on, guys, inflation's here. And imagine this. This is going viral. Why? This is what you get when you eat shit.
I know we're in a recession, but God damn, they call this a McNuffin.
Call this a McNuffin. Yo, I went to Burger King. Excuse me, McDonald's. I shouldn't have. I try not to eat this shit. Once in a blue moon, I'll go there. There's no burger in the burger meal. What? Somebody said that's what you get for voting for Joe Biden. I said, how dare you insult my intelligence like that? Wall Street beats Crypto and Crypto, the place where we used to work here at the New York Mercantile Exchange. Probably one of the greatest places in the world to work. I'll tell you, life is short, but I'll tell you right now, the fact that I had a chance to work in this place for almost a decade and learn before everything went digital, before your cock went digital, like literally everything's going digital. Excuse my French this morning. It's pretty early. Everything's going digital, like literally. We used to scream in the ring and yell and trade. People used to scream, yell, and hand signals and all that. And here we are just hitting buttons on our phone. I know I said this probably over and over and over again, but it just blows my mind. Blows my mind. How do you not realize that Bitcoin is the future? How do you not even have a clue? The monetary system is old. It doesn't work. It's broken. They're printing more money. Bitcoin, there's only 27, 28 million. There's only so much of it is my point. The number's wrong, I just said. How do you understand that the people who are in charge of all this shit can just make more? How do you know? Who is the guy watching my screen on the printer machine going up? No. You shouldn't be printing more money. No, no, no. There's nobody doing that. And you know who benefits from the guy who prints the money? The fucking guy who prints the money. You guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend. Nobody brings it down to you. There's real as steals, Wall Street Pete. Yeah, sometimes we get a little ridiculous, I know. But I want people to understand what's happening. People, ladies and gentlemen, the government wants to know what's your money. They want to know what you're doing. They're tired of the dollar bill. They want to know, what the fuck are you doing with your money? This is why all this is starting. We're going to have to fight to keep it decentralized. And if we don't get a community like this together, there's going to be a bunch of us running around with chickens with no head on like this. And we're going to be screaming and yelling. And guess what? We're going to lose. You guys have a fantastic weekend. Love y'all. Peace out. We're out of here. And it's not like Vladimir. Take care.